So about 2 weeks ago, I got a comment on one of my videos, and the comment reads,
"The only thing I don't like about this trailer is the Ford Ranger."
That comment bothered me so much that I decided to make the worst decision I've ever done in my entire life. Just kidding, but about 2 weeks ago we did welcome our baby boy into the world, and we couldn't be more excited. This is my 2007 Ford Ranger. So I absolutely love this truck, except there's one major flaw, which is the main reason why I'm getting rid of it. This is my brand new 2023 Toyota Tacoma Trail Edition. So most of you will know that Toyota hasn't really changed much in the third generation of Tacomas. I think since 2016. I want the naturally aspirated V6. It's a tried and true model, and you can't go wrong with the Toyota, right? So this is my first ever big boy purchase. I've never owned anything new before, so I am really excited about this truck. And let's do a little walk around, and I'm gonna explain to you kind of what my plans are with this thing. So I'm interested in overlanding, 4x4 off-roading, and it's taking everything in my power to not drive up this trail here. But in Northern Ontario, especially in the thaw period, you want the trails to thaw properly, because otherwise if you go in right now, you're just gonna tear everything up, and then it's gonna be a nightmare for the rest of the season. Tread lightly, leave no trace. I'm gonna refrain from taking the new truck off-roading just yet. The goals with this truck is essentially I wanna build it to complement what the trailer with the truck box doesn't have. So my plans are I want to put a cap on it. I want to build a kind of a kitchen setup with water, power, the essentials, things that aren't on board the trailer. And then if I am going out and about, maybe I don't want to have the trailer with me, then maybe there's a way to overland with just the truck, and that way I don't have this anxiety of going down a trail with the trailer and then stuck and trying to turn around or something, because that is something to consider when you are towing. And I think it'll be a lot better set up for scouting. And then once I do find really good spots where I can take the trailer down, then I bring the whole rig down. As a personal preference, I've never really liked caps on a truck, but I've always owned a truck with a cap on it, and they're just so practical. The dry storage is just incredible and is kind of a necessity. But yeah, so I have an ARE cap coming for the truck, and I'm excited on showing that once I put that on. And then once I have the truck cap is when I'm going to start outfitting it with power, water, and some other essentials for overlanding. So the Trail Edition essentially is a base model SR5, quite a few models you can select from, and this is the 5-foot box crew cab model. It's automatic. So the Trail Edition comes with a few appearance upgrades and other features that don't come on with the other models. And so as you can see here, it comes with the bronze Heritage Toyota off-road wheels. So those are stock from the factory, as well with the Predator style step bars and the roof rack. So that all comes from the factory. That's nothing I ordered special. The kind of selling feature, kind of sad to say, but I'll be honest, the bronze Heritage grille is just beautiful, and I just love the color accents. The designers for Tacoma really kind of hit it out of the park on this one. And being a designer myself, I really appreciate the looks of this truck. If you're curious about the color, this is a Lunar Rock. Another appearance feature that comes with this trim is the blackout package. So we got the blackout exhaust and emblems. So all the emblems on the truck are all blacked out, which I really appreciate. There's no chrome. And it's a personal preference at the end of the day, but I hate chrome on a vehicle. There is a factory lift kit, so this Tacoma does sit a little bit higher than other stock models. For some reason, the Trail Edition doesn't come with fog lights, so I'm fine with that because I do plan on just installing my own, and so I'm not having to take something out that's already there. So far, I've owned it for a couple weeks now, and I have just over 1,000 kilometers with it. It's awesome. I love it. So let's look at the inside. The nice feature with this is that it's got the smart handle. I can lock it without having to grab the keys or unlock it, just because the keys are in my pocket. Actually makes things really convenient. So looking inside here, we got the cloth seats with some custom stitching. The TRD Pro shift knob. As far as interiors go for Tacomas, this is pretty typical. You have your infotainment system, your controls, 4 low, 4 high, 2-wheel drive, push start, And then we got ECT power, your USB, and a 12-volt outlet. Steering wheel functions are pretty typical. And up on the roof here is where we got the rear differential locker. So the main reason why I did upgrade my vehicle is because I need back seats. So this is the crew cab, and we got car seat base there, and it's been comfortable for our baby and the dog. You know, Echo's tolerated being in the back of the Ranger with the, you know, suicide doors. It's honestly way too small for her. She's pretty cramped back there. So I know she's really happy with back seats. This truck doesn't even have 1,300 kilometers yet, and it's already full of dog fur, but that's just the reality of, you know, living with a dog. I know it's still not the best sounding truck. It is a V6, but man, does it sound so much better than the Ranger. So just to be clear too, this truck and this build isn't going to be replacing the truck box at all. It is meant to complement. If you're interested in watching videos on how I build this truck, I do think it'll be really interesting, and so please let me know in the comments down below. Yes, that is the new truck, the new baby, and update so far. I can't wait for what this year has in store. I appreciate all the support and feedback, and so make sure to like and subscribe. It really does help. You know, I really wouldn't be here if it weren't for you guys, and I'm serious about that. In other news, I'm also working on a website, some merch, stickers, patches. Right now it's quite limited, but you know, this is the first time I've ever done this, and so please bear with me that, you know, there's going to be some hiccups and stuff, and we'll get through it. So they will be available for purchase soon, and I've worked on some t-shirts, some sweaters, and some patches, and I don't have the means and the funds to do everything myself, so unfortunately that's just not a reality. So I do have to outsource it with another company, and I believe I did select a good company. I'm waiting on samples on coming in, so we'll see how that goes, but I will be fulfilling it through my website. It'll just be a way for you to support the channel, which, you know, I do truly appreciate, and the margins aren't massive. You know, I'm not making thousands of dollars or even hundreds of dollars, but it is just, you know, kind of a fun thing. If you want to show appreciation, I'd appreciate it if you check out the webpage. So a lot of this news might be old for some of the viewers because I do post regularly on Instagram, and that's where you can find most of my up-to-date content. So if you're interested in staying up to date, check out my Instagram, Joel Tremblay 8. Follow me there, along with YouTube is kind of the best place to follow along. So I'm literally editing this video right now. At the same time, I'm doing kind of a deep dive on mobile architecture and overlanding. And this is kind of the stuff I'm talking about. Is look how cool this is. This is a rooftop tent available in 1949. It hasn't changed too much since then. But this really cool one, really appreciate, is like this running board tent pop-up setup thing. That kind of got me thinking. I'm always trying to use everything for a multitude of purposes. I have a really good 4-season hammock. And I'm, you know, started thinking of like, okay, well, how can I set something up so that I can hang the hammock using the truck, into thinking about racks that maybe hook onto the tires or you drive over. You'd be using the vehicle as leverage to hang your hammock on. Either you could hook your tarp onto the truck, or maybe the truck has an awning or something. And there was actually at one point, these were available. You know, I'm not reinventing the wheel here. They're discontinued. You can't get them anymore. You know, these seem to be the only ones you can get now, or hang off of your hitch. I really don't want that style. I kind of want the hammock to be running the length of the vehicle because I want access to the tailgate for the kitchen and stuff. So yeah, let me know in the comments if this is something you'd be interested in seeing me develop. Well, the Ranger is officially sold, and when I bought the truck, the previous owner left me a few cold snacks to celebrate my new purchase, so just passing it on.